Steve, thank you.
And hearing this news, I think a lot of us immediately start thinking about and realizing just the massive impact and effect this man had on everyday lives.
Look in your pockets, look in your house, look in
Right.
your office, look in your desks. For more on that, we welcome in Michael Garfield. He's a tech expert and a radio personality. And Michael, I think I know this. You're joining us from an iPhone, correct?
That is correct, and that's just one of the many, many ways that Steve Jobs has touched not only technology, but then he also has changed our culture. Instead of typing on keyboards, we're now touching screens, we're pinching screens. It started with the Macintosh, it goes to the iMac, the iPod, the way we change music. Steve Jobs touched so many things.
So, Michael, not a lot of us can say we actually had a one-on-one conversation with Steve Jobs. You did on your radio show. What was your impression of him?
Both he and his co-founder partner, Steve Wozniak, they've called into my technology radio show over the past 10 years or so. I mean, it's interesting because you can just hear genius. It is very well thought out person, very cerebral. And when I talk to him, very friendly. He's a salesman. He has been a showman. And it's not so much of his products that he has created over the past few years. He is out there to let us know that they are going to change our lives individually.
One more thing really quickly. You mentioned that, and a lot of people have mentioned that he was a micromanager, had so much directly to do with Apple's success. A lot of people watching right now own Apple stock. How is his death going to affect that, do you think?
Well, I don't think it's going to affect it, I think, in the long term. Short term, we saw up yesterday, ironically, about 5% when the new CEO, Tim Cook, announced the new iPhone 4S. Obviously, a lot of the consumers and businesses wanted something more. I think we're going to see another drop here in the short term, but product display laid out 1 to 2 years out. And so Steve Jobs will have an effect on the company itself for the next few years. Long term, it remains to be seen if it's going to be the cutting edge Apple like we've always known.
All right, Michael Garfield, a tech expert and radio personality. Thanks for talking to us tonight.
You know, Jobs' co-workers are also speaking out. Steve Wozniak, the Apple